Oh, you don't. So we met at school.
We sure did.
The end.
I remember it well.
Oh, I remember it well, but I wish I didn't at times.
Yeah, it's a special school.
There's there's something that I want to do before we get started, and I just
Right.
want to say like random words and see which one of them gets the bigger laugh out of you.
Okay, okay.
It's all to do with school. So
Right,
first of all, I'm going to start off gently.
all right.
You have to tell me if you know what that one word means and sort of get an idea.
Right, okay.
Peanut.
Uh, that doesn't mean anything to me.
Probably because you never wore a tie.
Yeah, I
Ah,
get you. No, I
yeah.
didn't. Uh,
All right, let's try number two. Stepping it up just a little notch.
okay.
Lindsay.
Oh, oh, Lindsay. Yeah, yeah. That means a lot to me. That name.
Okay, we've got two more.
Okay,
I don't know if this is one word or if it's two words abbreviated, but for the purpose of the experiment,
okay.
basketball.
Fuck's sake! Shut up, you goofy bastard.
Oh, that's one of my favourite memories ever.
Yeah, it's my favourite. I love school. It's so much fun.
I think you'll get an idea of how fun it was when I
Mm,
say the last word.
okay.
Paedophiles.
Yeah, there's a few of those, aren't there?
It's not really words that you associate with school, is it?
It's, do you know what? It's a word you shouldn't associate with schools, but for us, yeah, there's a really quite a few. Quite
There was a
disturbing.
few, weren't there?
Yeah,
Like, not just sort of, oh, this teacher's a bit weird, I think he's a paedophile. These were
yeah,
actually criminally convicted paedophiles that were in the newspaper, and they were
yeah,
supposed to teach us life.
yeah, yeah. That was
Hmm,
worrying. Oh well, good old days, eh?
just a bit. So, I've got a list of things.
Okay,
So, if we go through them,
all
like
right.
if we start way back at year seven when we started,
Yeah,
and then just sort of work our way through,
okay,
and then occasionally these things I've got written on the list will probably pop up.
okay.
For the purpose of the podcast, I think maybe we should change some names
I was just thinking that actually.
just in case.
Yeah.
Um, so the old community gay, we'll have to call him Schmeichel, won't we? Really?
Yeah, it's probably a good one.
Yeah.
Um,
And should we just remain calling the music teacher the music teacher?
yeah, I think it's probably. Well, maybe we should not call him the music teacher. I don't know.
Well, it's a bit
Mm,
fucking late now, isn't it? I ain't editing it out.
no, that's true. All
Let's
right.
just call him the the creative arts teacher.
Yeah, okay, okay, that could work. I suppose it doesn't matter as long as we don't ever mention our actual school.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, that'd be alright, wouldn't it?
yeah,
We ain't even mentioned our names yet. We could be
it's
anyone.
true. It's true. I'm Davina.
And I'm Geoff. Oh,
Yeah,
we've got so much. We've been talking for nearly 10 minutes, and all we've done is talk about cryptic stuff like
I know.
paedophiles and basketballs and Geoff and Lindsay.
Yeah, yeah. Our audience are going to be so captivated.
Yeah, it's like the beginning of, I don't know, some great novel that's like, it was the best of times and the worst of times. Why? But we've just got, did you have a paedophile teacher? Yeah, we did. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, good old days.
All right, so year seven.
Yeah.
Can you remember the name of the teacher that we had? Because we were in the same tutor group, weren't we?
Oh, no, I don't remember the name of the tutor.
We've had this conversation before.
Yes,
I
and
can't
you've come up
remember.
with some very creative names.
Well, I can't remember. What did I have? I can't remember.
I can't remember, but it was like a mix between two different teachers combined to one teacher's name.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah. No, I cannot remember her name. It's really going to bug me though, till the day I die.
You got any vivid memories of year seven?
Um, Not especially. I remember being in the tutor group on like one of the first days and finding out that someone from my primary school was in the class
Oh yeah.
and being quite annoyed at that. I don't know
Really?
what.
Who was that?
Schmitchard.
Oh yeah, Schmitchard. Yeah. I remember that actually because you used to keep saying 7 years, eight
Yeah.
years. Every time
Oh
a year went
yeah.
by, you just added a year to it.
That's true. That's true. We were good friends.
Yeah. When was the last time you spoke to Schmitchard?
Probably year 10 or year 11, whenever I left.
So probably about 10 years ago.
Yeah.
So next time you see Schmitzer, you'll look at him and say 10 years, but for a whole other reason though.
Yeah, no. Oh, sad times.
See,
Depressing.
I think it's weird because when I started in year seven,
Mm.
I just like I assumed that the people that I was hanging around with in year seven would be the people that I hang around with until we left. But I didn't hang around with you or
I don't.
anyone in
No,
year seven, to
I
be
don't.
honest.
I don't remember you in year seven, like at all.
I don't
Really.
remember me in year seven. That's the really weird thing. Like I have no memory of year seven. We can't remember the teacher.
No, exactly. It just went by so quickly, didn't it?
Probably.
Yeah. When
Probably
when
moved
did
on.
I actually meet you though? Was it year eight?
I think it was year eight because I hang
Hmm.
around with someone else in year seven
All right.
who
Who
we
who did you hang around with?
will call him Flam.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. No, I remember Flam.
And then, without sort of going into great detail, when I came back in year eight, everyone hated me.
What did you do?
Oh, well, I didn't do much of anything really, but there was a rumour. So yeah, so when I came back in year eight,
Hmm.
just didn't really have any friends, and that was why I think we ended up talking because I wouldn't leave you the fuck alone.
Yeah, you were really persistent.
I was persistent, wasn't I?
Yeah.
Like, there's ego, and then there's just always there when you turn
Yeah.
around.
Yep. That was you. I do remember my very first memory of you, and it's outside PE,
Oh yeah.
and you, this weird boy that had been following us around for a while, started dancing to Kylie Minogue's "Can't Get You Out of My Head."
Well, you know what? That could create an image of school because that was like a massive hit then, wasn't it? I mean, that was what, 2001,
Was it? Oh God.
2002, round about that time.
Yeah, I suppose so. Yep. I remember thinking, why? Why is he with us?
I remember like them sort of early days in year eight of hanging around with the group. I remember vividly it being summertime,
Hmm.
us sitting because we hadn't invented the quad yet. Like I don't
No.
think it was even necessarily built at that point. We
No, I
all
don't think
was
so.
at the back of the school on the field, right at the back, and I
Oh
would take
yeah.
turns laying down on the floor, covering myself with leaves next to the gate of the school, and then just jumping out at passers-by, pretending
Oh,
I was a
that was
zombie.
so funny though.
I
That was
think that's
so
what
funny.
I think that's what made you like me in the end because it certainly wasn't sitting on everyone's head
No,
like.
the head sitting wasn't a big fan for
But did
me,
you ever
really.
notice I never sat on your head?
I thank you for that. I really do.
I
Maybe
think,
that's a sign of a good friendship.
yeah, I mean, me and Marley,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
used to always sit on her head.
Yeah, yeah, but she used to really get annoyed at that for some strange reason. Who knew?
Looking back now, like I know I'm 25 and you're 26,
Yes.
but sitting on someone's head,
Yeah.
that ain't right at any age, is it really?
No, but when we do the mothers episode, I think that'll explain a lot. So,
True. Hang on, mother. Oh, the next episode is the mother's episode.
yeah,
That'll
yeah,
probably explain some.
it definitely will.
So year eight, anything else? Do you know what? I think we had Jesus, the French teacher, in year eight.
Oh, did we?
I think we did.
Oh, so I forgot about him
He was
beating up
interesting.
people.
Yeah, because like if there was one thing that we definitely had a lot of, it was paedophile teachers and an abundance of supply teachers.
Yeah, nobody wanted to stay in our school for long though, did they?
I can't think of one teacher that we had at the beginning of the year that we still had at the end of the year. They
What,
either
Mr.
just ran out of the class.
Schmalentine?
Yeah, we had Mr. Schmallitine quite a lot, didn't
Who did?
we? Yeah.
Mr. Farm?
Oh God, Mr. Farm got so fat. I tell you seriously.
Really did, didn't he?
He did.
Jeez.
Facebook is not good for people when you want to go
No.
back and stalk people. But yeah,
No.
Jesus, the French teacher,
Yeah.
like we would just, we would lay into him really. I mean,
Mm.
the whole class just ripped him apart really.
Yeah,
He'd
well,
come in,
he couldn't handle the class, could he?
no, and I think we sensed his weakness.
Yeah. Well, not us especially. We were quite good. Well, I don't know about you, but I was quite good. I
I
just,
think I was pretty good.
yeah.
I mean, I must have been one of the good ones because I remember sitting there in that particular lesson. Jesus I mean, we called him Jesus because he wore flip flops and that, didn't he?
As to Jesus.
And he had the whole beard thing going on.
Yeah.
And I remember him just being at the front of the class, screaming and shouting, trying to control us, which was quite normal week after week.
Yeah.
But this particular week, I'm sat there probably talking to you or someone,
Mm.
and then out of nowhere, I could just hear screaming, people shouting like, "What's going on?" And I looked and turned around, and he's literally throwing students across the classroom and trying to get to the door.
Yeah.
And he was on the other side of the door, and the people in our class trying to get out, and yet he's on the other side, and it was just chaos.
It was, wasn't it? I often wondered what happened to him. Maybe
I imagine him sort of sat in a corner,
Yeah.
rocking backwards and forwards.
Oh, yeah, maybe. I don't know. I picture him outside a French restaurant. I don't know why.
Drinking wine in his sandals.
Yeah. Rocking backwards and forwards.
Yeah. Just a little goatee moustache.
Yeah.
If I say the word Skanska to you, what does that mean?
Fire and danger.
And it.
That was such a funny day. Oh my God. So what would we have? Was you in the presentation or whatever it was about how safe the company was and how the school's being changed, but you don't need to worry. And then...
all improvements are for the better, and we're building a better future for our children.
Yeah.
Fucking thing burns down the same day, doesn't it? I remember us standing, like we had the presentation, and then we were walked through the school.
Yeah.
And then we all stood on the field looking at this building, and then someone just went, "Is that smoke?" And then literally the alarms went off, there were flames, and the actual building was just burning down, and it was that safe.
It was so funny though. I mean, it could only happen at our school.
Our school, yeah.
Right.
So we're on year 8. What tutor did we have for year 8?
Didn't we have Mr. Schmalentine?
No, see, I think he came later, wasn't he?
Oh.
He was year 9. I vividly remember him being year 9 because he was also a head of year, along with Mrs. I can't actually remember her real name.
Well, no.
The one that outed our friend Lenny.
Yeah. Poor Lenny.
Poor Lenny.
Oh, yeah.
Because she phoned up Lenny's parents.
Yeah.
Chatting away about how Lenny's not, maybe concentrating in class, or she's being bullied and things like that. Lenny is a girl.
Yeah.
And just in the conversation to her mum says, so and so, because your daughter's a lesbian.
Yeah, that was bad. That school, terrible.
Lenny's face the next day.
Yeah, Jesus, I remember. Didn't she come into school drunk?
So I mean, come on, it was Lenny.
Yeah, good old Lenny.
Good old Lenny. So year 8.
Yeah.
I think that we had that Irish woman.
Oh, a name has just come back to me, but I thought that was year 7. Miss O'Proud?
Miss O'Proud, that was the one, yeah.
Yeah?
But I don't think we had her in year 7.
I was almost sure we had Schmalentine in 8.
Really?
Yeah. Oh no, wasn't it Marp?
Marp was an interesting fellow.
He was. Wasn't he
Marp,
8?
I think he was 8. I'm sure maybe we did have Miss O'Proud, and then Mr. Marp, and then Mr. Schmalentine.
Yeah.
I think it went that way. But Mr. Marp, he was interesting because he was our first brush with a paedophile.
He was, yes. Yeah. Do you remember when we all found out?
Do you know what? I don't actually.
Do you know what? Maybe he wasn't in my class. I remember being in English and the head mistress came in and said, now, you may have heard some stories about one of your teachers, and there may be an article in the old newspaper about one of your teachers. And we were like, oh, yeah. And it wasn't till I went home and I was like, oh, one of our teachers in the newspaper, Mum.
Yeah, what have we done then?
And, but she didn't really go into detail about it. I suppose she didn't want to go into too much and say, and he was a paedophile. So, sorry about that, kids. Obviously not. So, I don't know. That was weird. I don't remember my parents being that fussed, really.
Nah.
At all.
It's interesting that he was only the one of a few.
Yeah.
I mean, you'd think they'd learn from their mistakes the first time, really, wouldn't you?
I think it says a lot about the educational system, really.
I think it was just their fucking school. It was mad, wasn't it?
It was.
I mean, let's be honest. I mean, if Miss O'Proud was year 7, I mean, we were in like this little shack thing then, but at least it was brick built. In year 8, with Mr. Marp,
yeah,
the pedo, it was just this wooden thing, and I vividly remember at one point standing outside the classroom in this little hallway bit, and someone just flying through the wall. And literally just plasterboard everywhere, and just I can't remember who it was someone random, just on the floor, covered in dust.
Oh,
and
man.
Mr. Pedo Mark just standing there like, you can't do that. And it's like, well, yeah, you can't touch kids, but you do that. And it's just like, just insane. And then year 9, I suppose it got a bit better because we moved into like an actual part of the school. But
yeah.
It was just a weird place, really. Wasn't it?
They did not seem to grasp bullying at all. Like, we were bullied like fucking fierce in that school. It was horrendous.
Yeah.
And any teacher that we went to was like, so-so beat me up today. So-so did this to me today. It'd be like, well, what do you want me to do about it?
Yeah, it literally was.
Yeah. But, hey-ho. It's made us the people we are today. Aww.
Yeah, I mean, because there's sometimes when I'm out and about in the real world and I think if it wasn't for being peanutted, I wouldn't be the human being that I am today. Do you remember the day that we were sat having lunch in the hall with our... I use the term friends loosely now.
Yeah, I was.
With our...
Acquaintances.
Acquaintances?
Yeah.
I mean, what do you call, like, a group of freaks? Have they got a collective term?
I don't know, viewers. Let us know.
Comment in the section down below if you know what a group of freaks is called. I know. We were sat there in our circus of people. And then
that's offensive to circus folk.
I mean, maybe we should just go through some of the people that we hang around with. I mean, Lenny obviously was quite an openly...
Yes, in a very...
usual lesbian.
Yes, in a very difficult school. It was...
Yeah, I mean, we had... I mean, just going quickly, we had the classic lesbian with the short hair.
Yeah.
We had a ginger.
We did.
I mean, I had long hair at the time. That didn't help.
Yeah, you did not help matters. I mean,
yeah.
I was fine, apart from...
Yeah.
You know.
To be fair, even now looking back, you were the most normal one of the group.
Yeah, but I was still picking on material because I was fat, so, you know. And hang around with you freaks.
You know, I'm sitting there looking at my notes of like the people that were in their group, and I'm sitting there looking, what is that word? The word is goth. It took a while. But I think the goth is important to this one because we were sat in the hall, eating our lunch, minding our own business, and then all of a sudden, like, it's hard to put into words to make people actually realise how bad it was. We were surrounded.
Yeah.
Literally surrounded. Yeah. Like, you couldn't see out the windows for students, and just completely surrounded. Banging on the windows.
It's quite amazing how they managed to arrange that, to be honest. I mean, that school, or the pupils, would not be able to organise a piss up in a brewery. Yeah. But for them all to manage to get outside the hall and encase us in it.
The school can't get teachers that are not paedophiles, but you leave it to the bullies to arrange a good group and they can do it.
Yeah, they did. I was quite impressed by that skill. It's very good.
I mean, I think I was first terrified. Secondly, sort of impressed. And third, wet from pissing myself.
Oh, did I have my glasses? Because at that point I might have been like, oh, there's a blur outside. What is that?
I think you did have your glasses, and I think that was just another reason we got picked on.
Yeah, that's true. I was a 4-eyed fat girl. That was fun.
I mean, when you look back, we didn't help ourselves. I mean, not that you should try and help yourself.
No, exactly.
You can't help it if you're a fat ginger, but at the end of the day, we didn't help ourselves. I mean, my hair was terribly long and...
But didn't you come in with a French plait one day?
Oh...
That happened, didn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I was going to mention that in the mum's one, but... Because, I mean, that was my mum's fault, that one. But the whole reason being, I remember this, it was year 9, and I had this weird obsession with Michael Jackson, and we glazed over that. And in the Blood on the Dance Floor music video from 1997, he has a French plait.
Yeah.
And my mother was always saying, have a French plait. Everyone will think you're really cool.
Why would she think that?
And I may have gone to school with a French plait, but I went home with black eyes and severe pain to the abdomen and ribs.
Oh, God.
I remember that. I remember going home that day because I was literally like, I mean, I didn't even make it until second break. I mean, I think it was the first break at like 10 o'clock in the morning. I just got completely rushed and just attacked by what seemed like midgets at the time. I was year 9 and these kids were year 7. And just attacked from all corners. And do you remember pellets?
Oh, yes.
folding a bit of paper and
Yeah, they were
elastic band.
shit.
I had one of those into the eye, so I was
I remember
blinded
that.
before I could even begin.
Yeah.
And then I was just they sort of dispersed after they did that, and then they just it just left me there, a pile of crap on the floor. I couldn't see, I was in pain, and I vaguely remember just sort of walking myself along the wall like a blind man with my hands, trying to find someone of authority. Eventually found a teacher, and she took me up. I don't know why, but she took me to the art classroom for some reason, because that was where I was supposed to be.
Right.
And the teacher was like, I think you better take him to the nurse's office, to be honest. So went there, and then when I went home, my mum was working in the laundrette at the time, and I remember walking home and she saw me, she went, "What happened to you?" And it's like, French plat, weren't it? Oh, did they not like it then? Not much. Like, there's probably a good amount of people that will listen to this and not believe the stories.
Yeah, probably.
Because they do seem like majorly...
Sometimes I don't. I was like, did that really happen?
Talking about bullying...
Oh, yeah.
When I did have my long hair...
Yeah.
When it wasn't tied in a French plait...
Yep.
And I just let it flow...
Yep.
There was this little girl...
Uh-huh.
And I don't know where she got her... What's the word for braveness? Like, her...
I don't know. Merit or something?
Not merit, like braveness, like... when you're brave to do something.
Brave?
Right, we'll go with that. I don't know where she got her braveness from, but she was year 7.
Yep.
I was year 9.
Yep.
Yeah, alright, I had long hair and I looked like meatloaf, but it's not a point. She used to see me in the corridor and just scream, "I want to be a rock star."
Oh, God, I remember that. That was so annoying.
She was really annoying.
Yes, that was bad.
I vaguely remember putting chewing gum in the air and all.
I do recall that as well. Yeah.
Remember the time that Lenny completely ruined my long hair with her straighteners?
I wasn't there, but I heard the story, yeah. I do recall seeing you. I don't know whether you'd walk to meet me with your French plait in, or whether I just happened to meet you at school and seeing you thinking, oh, it's going to be a really bad day.
I remember seeing Marley.
Yeah.
And, like, just down this long sort of gravel thing that we had at the side of our school.
Mm.
And I was at one end, Marley was at the other. I didn't call out to her or anything, but she turned around and saw me and she just went, "Oh my God," and then she ran in the opposite direction.
Yeah.
I had that effect on quite a lot of people at school.
I did. I don't know why I stayed.
Yeah, like to think that we could have gone elsewhere, really.
Exactly. I could have been free.
It's weird that that's only just dawned on me now, isn't it?
Yeah, it is weird.
So do you want to explain the basketball?
Nope. Nothing happened with the basketball. Nothing at all.
If we're talking about the music stuff and all that, you've got to talk about the basketball.
Fine. So, we were all sitting in the hall, like all the year. I don't even remember what year we was in at that point. It was quite high, wasn't it? Year 9 maybe? Year 10?
I think it was 9, yeah.
And just sitting there with my group of misfits, just minding my own business.
Sitting there with your circus.
Yep. And all of a sudden, I see an orange basketball come hurtling towards my head.
Yep.
And hitting me square in the face.
Yep.
Knocking my glasses askew. And
I think I'll stop you there. I don't think they knocked them askew. I think they knocked them clean off. I remember being there, sitting there, chatting with you in the hall. I think we were having PE or something. Chatting away, and for whatever reason, maybe you felt it coming towards you, I don't know, but you turned and looked that direction, and it just got you clear in the face, and your glasses went, your hair went.
Yep.
And you know when you see something and you shouldn't laugh, like when a woman is run with a buggy,
Yep.
the kid looks terrified, and then she tries to make the curve, but she don't, and the kid comes flying out. It was one of those moments where you shouldn't laugh, but you can't help it.
Yeah, you would not stop. I looked to my friends for support in that dire moment, and all I met was with laughter.
Sometimes I'll be sitting there doing something completely mundane, like, I don't know, washing up or something, and I'll get a vision of that basketball hitting you in the face, and it would just make the day better, to be honest.
The thing is, right, that was probably one of the mildest things that happened.
Oh yeah.
I recall being outside English, I think it was, and I don't know why, for absolutely no reason whatsoever, this boy just started punching me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like I really don't know why. I mean, I'd literally said 3 words to this boy, and yeah, it happened. It was like an English lesson routine. He'd come in, punch me a few times.
I think I remember that.
Yeah, like square in the stomach. I remember being like really confused. Like, what are you doing, little boy?